up, y'all? Before I start this video, shout out to BGR and Chris Smith as always, Marvel Studios and Kevin Feige. And make sure you guys hit that like button and that subscribe button. Let's get into it. Now, as we all know, Avengers Endgame comes out on April 26th. We finally get to see how they defeat Thanos, and I'm I'm more than excited to see how this goes because they have 14,605 possibilities of how to do so, with only one chance of actually surviving. So let's see how this goes, man. The Russo brothers, even though they directed both the Infinity movies as well as Captain America Civil War, they're gonna try to shock us. So that means we should expect a happy ending. That most definitely will not be entirely happy for all the characters. Some of them will have to die or make other sacrifices to undo the snap. And the brand new theory offers us the kind of heartbreaking, bittersweet sacrifice we may soon witness. Oh, this is gonna make me sad already, man. And I love these Reddit, man. I love Reddit so much, man, because I have such great people who can construct such great theories. And Reddit user Captain Space Wolf 13, shouts out to you, man, and Reddit, thinks that Tony Stark, who will undoubtedly be one of the most notable heroes of Endgame, might die by the end of the film. I mean, after all, RDJ's contract with Marvel has reached its end, and that's why we expect Iron Man to die or retire after the final film in Marvel's Phase 3 of MCU films. Downey's Stark slash Iron Man has been the driving force of the Avengers movies for a decade, but he may now pass that burden to someone else. That's actually pretty interesting in my opinion. Now, however, having Stark disappear from the MCU by dying might be too sad for fans, so Marvel should come up with a clever trick for Stark to stay around after death. Now, this Redditor's theory says that before passing away, Stark could transfer his consciousness to a computer and become the artificial AI that will power Spider-Man's suit, which also happens to be a Stark creation. And I remember seeing this in a comic book one day. I was just watching a video. I was like, "Yo, if he becomes an AI, that would be very damn dope." But at the same time, kind of, again, yeah, bittersweet because I've grown to love Tony Stark, man. I've loved Iron Man ever since. It was my brother's favorite superhero, so it was kind of it's like that for me. But anyway, that way his character can continue to evolve, and he wouldn't necessarily be a major part of the MCU going forward. Basically, he'd just be like Vision, but he'd basically just become his own Jarvis, pretty much. I mean, that's what I'm getting at for this theory. Tony Stark would just become his very own version of Jarvis. He probably won't even go by the name Tony. He may go by the name Tony, but I mean, who knows? Seriously. Um, but he would still always be there. Most recently in the comics, Tony has died, quote unquote, and uploaded his consciousness into an AI. Yep, exactly, exactly what I was alluding to. This way, he can still be part of the world. I'm sorry, part of his world, and can still help his friends, while technically being gone. So if Tony were to die in the MCU, then this would be the best way for his character to go. And to make it even better, he would become Peter Parker, so Spider-Man's new AI. This way, Tony could still be a central father figure and mentor to Peter, while taking a back seat to the future MCU, while still being important. Now, in the past movies, there has definitely been a deeper connection between the two characters, and this happening in the future just really makes sense to me. Just imagine Tony dying at the end of Avengers 4, and then in the end credits, saying we see Peter getting ready to go and do Spider-Man stuff, and then boom, we hear Tony's voice saying, "Hey kid," and the movie ends. So I look forward to it, man. I think that's a pretty good solid theory. I mean, I would love for him to live out into old age like his father, and have his kid or whatever, have a few kids. But I mean, we'll see. So I'll as Chris Smith is saying, he thinks that it's a very sound and smart, plausible theory, and could offer Downey and Iron Man a proper way out. But fans all over the world would miss him. But he'd still be present in future MCU films. Spider-Man: Far From Home will be the first Marvel film from Phase 4, so whatever happens in Endgame, the credit scenes will likely include some sort of thread that connects the two movies. Now, what's interesting is that we already have a reverse version of that theory. Paul Bettany voiced Iron Man's Jarvis AI for years before actually appearing in a film as Vision. And Bettany's voice as Jarvis is pretty iconic. The actor voiced Jarvis in 5 films, including all the Iron Man movies, The Avengers, and Avengers Age of Ultron. Now, the latter is also the movie where he became Vision. Getting actual scenes in other MCU blockbusters, including Civil War and Infinity War, Vision, of course, is now dead, but we expect him to be resurrected in Endgame. though Bettany isn't credited for the movie on an IMDb page for the time being. So what's going on with that? But anyway, this has been your boy Sherry Speaks, man. I love this theory, man. Like I said, I always love Redditors, their thoughts, and I love Reddit and respect them dearly. And shout out to Chris Smith and BGR for this wonderful article, man. They really put their foot in it, like they always do. This has been your boy Sherry Speaks, man. I love it. Happy Friday. TJIF. Peace and love.